Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin and welcome to your latest Chelsea news, Chelsea transfer news, Chelsea everything. Just now, I just saw the notification that Leslie Ogochukwu has made the switch, the loan move to Southampton. So we'll talk a little bit about that. But the main feature news is all about Joao Felix, Gallagher, Osimhen. That's where the whole situation is at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. For me, look, if we end up getting Joao Felix and Victor Osimhen, ladies and gentlemen, for me, we have to. Chelsea Football Club, they must make it into top four. That has to be the standard because, yeah, like when you get players like Osimhen, who we definitely need, we need a striker. And on top of that, you add Joao Felix for extra oomph, extra flavor, then top four is an absolute must, a bare minimum, in my opinion. I did have, prior to this, right now, as we speak, if we don't do any more business, I do have Chelsea at probably 5th or 6th. But if we end up getting Felix and Osimhen, then Champions League football is paramount. So, yeah, we're going to talk about all of this. There's some information in regards to Armando Broja as well. And in the midst of all of this, we just finished the watch-along for Man United versus Fulham. And Man United has scummed and scammed their way to yet another victory that they don't deserve. They absolutely don't deserve. But at the end of the day, Fulham, if you're unable to finish your chances, this is what's going to happen. Man United are so well known to getting those late goals, and Xerxes gets the winner for them. And watch now, the social media is going to go absolutely bonkers, especially the Man United fans are going to go bonkers for Xerxes, and they'll tell us how incredible he is as a striker. But do you know what? When he did come on, he looked all right. Now, let's get stuck into it, ladies and gentlemen. First up, I'm hearing Chelsea are also very happy to hear that Joao wants to come back. Joao is showing big interest in returning to Chelsea, which is fantastic. I remember when he first came to Chelsea Football Club a couple of seasons back under Graham Potter, when the ownership just took us over. He definitely wanted to join us on loan, and on top of that, he didn't want to leave. He wanted it to be a permanent move. He wanted to. He actually loved the football club. He had everything changed in his Instagram. It was all Chelsea, this, that. He removed every Atletico information from there. So look, he always loved the football club, and I'm not surprised that he wants to come back. He's not wanted at Atletico Madrid, and if we can find a solution in terms of that transfer fee, not being too exorbitant and within our realms, he's already mentioned that he's willing to take a pay cut. Like, this guy is desperate to come back to Chelsea, and he's doing everything possible from his end to do that. And the fact that he really wants to join us is also a good, a good attribute to show to the owners, to the hierarchy, that we have a player that actually wants to play for Chelsea Football Club desperately. So this is a good sign, 100%. Breaking: Chelsea talk to Atletico Madrid today, and things are getting better between clubs. It's looking quite positive. Chelsea want to pay a lower base fee and then add-ons long term. So look, ultimately, there are many ways to find a solution. If it ends up being a 60 million fee, but if we pay lower upfront fee and then there's add-ons later on, that's a potential package. So many ways to find a solution, and I'm pretty sure we will find a solution, because ultimately, look, Chelsea want the pure profit for Conor Gallagher, and Conor Gallagher, look, he's already accepted Atletico Madrid. It's a perfect club for him. So let's not ruin that situation for Conor Gallagher. And on top of that, Joao Felix is not part of Atletico Madrid, and he really wants to come back to Chelsea. So for all parties, for Atletico Madrid, for Chelsea, for Joao Felix, for Gallagher, this is perfect. So I'm sure we will find a solution. Apparently, the rumor is that during this weekend, this upcoming weekend, well, weekend for me right now, but for you guys, the weekend's just started or just about to start, we will find a solution. The Joao Felix and Conor Gallagher situation will end this weekend, and it will be positive for everyone, hopefully. Some optimism this evening that an agreement may be found for Felix Gallagher deals. This is coming from Matt Law. So Fabrizio Romano has been talking about it, and Matt Law now talking about it as well. Chelsea and Atletico hope to finally complete this Felix Gallagher saga this weekend. So hopefully, prior to the Chelsea versus Manchester City game, we find a resolution that it's done and dusted. Gallagher back to Atletico Madrid, and Joao Felix to Chelsea. Here we go. Proper, here we go. None of those, iffy ones that we've been getting this summer window so far. So that is the latest, ladies and gentlemen, in regards to Joao Felix and Gallagher. Hopefully it will happen. We will have Joao Felix as a player. And as I said, that's another fantastic player to add to a lot of good, talented players that we already have. For me, there shouldn't be any excuse. We should be going out there and competing and making it to Champions League. And I'm pretty sure we're going to talk about Osimhen now. They're probably going to end up getting Osimhen as well. So there should be no excuse. You've got a striker. You've added a lot more firepower in the attack as well with Joao Felix. There should be no more excuses to at least make it into top four, which means Mudryk, Madueke, Sterling, they'll all be up for grabs. They'll all be up for grabs, and we'll see who ends up leaving. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea want to go for Osimhen on their condition. They see it as an opportunity near the end of the transfer market, maybe in a creative formula. Also, they see Lukaku deal as separate, so they'll try to sort out a fee first with Napoli for Lukaku. This is Fabrizio Romano. Look, even though they're separate, and I get it, they're all of these transfers are separate transactions, but the fact that Napoli wants Lukaku and the fact that we've always wanted Osimhen as well, and Osimhen kind of favors us too, they're all intertwined. They're all intertwined. We're gonna give you Lukaku. Come on, help us give Osimhen to us. So yes, they're separate transactions, but they're all linked together. And I feel like we have a good, bit of leverage on Napoli, the fact that they are so desperately wanting Lukaku. It's not like we are desperately wanting Osimhen. It's a good opportunity, as Fabrizio Romano is saying. We want a striker. We've wanted a striker like Osimhen, so it's a good opportunity, but we want to do it in our terms. So look, once again, some fancy solution package will be done, whether it's a loan move, obligation to buy with a discounted fee. We'll see what happens. I feel we are still the number one contender to get Osimhen, in my opinion. Now, the fact that Napoli really, really desperately wants Lukaku, and I'm pretty sure they'll come on board to do us a deal for Victor Osimhen. Chelsea are hopeful that an agreement may be struck to sign Victor Osimhen. This is coming from Matt Law as well. So Fabrizio Romano and Matt Law once again doing a collaboration together and working on that news as well. So yeah, look, I'm confident both Joao Felix and Victor Osimhen will happen for Chelsea Football Club. And for me, once that happens, Champions League football is a bare minimum. We have to make top four. There's no more excuse. I know it's a new manager. We're happy to be patient, no problems, but you don't bring in all of that firepower. Look, I'm glad that the owners are doing this. Maybe they've just had a realization over the last few weeks that, look, the team needs a Pedro Neto, team needs a Victor Osimhen, even though I think Joao Felix is a bit unnecessary. But look, if he ends up coming to Chelsea Football Club, I'm not going to be one of those fans that are going to be slandering Joao Felix. I love Joao Felix. Everyone knows, the OGs know how much I love Joao Felix when he first came to Chelsea Football Club. I just felt like his characteristics very similar to some of the players that we have. But look, it's a good headache to have, I suppose. I'm not going to complain when he comes to Chelsea Football Club because he's going to add value to us. So I'm pretty sure the Chelsea owners have seen the recent scenarios with a lot of talented players coming in, potentials coming in. And, they probably just got to a situation that, look, Enzo Maresca needs players that are going to be able to compete in this particular season so it can help us get back into Champions League. I think that's what it all comes down to. If you want to get back into Champions League, you can't just do it with potentials. You got to actually bring in bona fide quality players to help you achieve that target. And that target is so paramount from a financial standpoint in terms of bringing new money into the team, match day revenue through Champions League football, and also sponsorships. We don't seem to get any level of good sponsors because we're not in Europe. We're finding it very difficult. Once again, we're going into a new season with no front of shirt sponsorship. So very, very important. Now, next up, ladies and gentlemen, Ipswich Town have presented their project to Broya. Look, Broya, my man, take it. We shouldn't really have to convince you too much. You're not part of Chelsea's future. It's sad. I believe in Broya. I think there is a very good player there. He just needs that confidence back in. Ipswich, decent enough team. I still think they're going to get pumped by Liverpool tonight, my time, tomorrow, your time. But yeah, hopefully you're a starter there. Get your mojo back and progress, my man. Like, take up this opportunity and go to Ipswich. I think that's a very, very good move. Ipswich played good football. So Broya will be, and Omari Hutchinson's there. So Broja will be, he will at least know a few Chelsea. Well, at least Omari Hutchinson is a Chelsea face there. I don't know how much he would know Omari Hutchinson, but I think this particular team is a good team for Armando Broja. Next up, some information from Maresca in the press conference. He's well spoken, man. He really is very well spoken, and he handles every questions very, very diligently, and his responses are very good. Maresca says, pay him double his wages if he has to be in charge to find transfer solutions for outgoing players. Yeah, man, it's a huge task. Look at all the players that we need to get rid of. Imagine the manager has to be involved in that process too. I'm sure the manager gives input as to whether the player needs to stay, whether they have value in the team or not, or no, they need to move on. I'm pretty sure he gives that level of advice to the hierarchy. But yeah, it'd be absolutely mad if he was involved in every outgoings and trying to find a place for some of these players. Nah, let the sporting directors take care of that. He's right. Yeah, pay him double if he needs to do all of that. Maresca on tactical adaptation. We try to adapt to how the other team attacks and press us. We are not going to always play in one way. We try to put the players in positions where they can give their best. So this is good. Good to see. Let's see exactly how the season turns out to be. Maresca on squad size. At the moment, if I start to think I have 43 players, it is not a good thing. I have 28 training with me. Paul and Ryan are charged for finding solutions for these guys, not me. So yeah, look, he's pretty much categorically coming out and saying that 43 players is not ideal. This is not. He cannot work with this many players, and this is not fair on him. 28 training with him right now is probably fine. I think 25 probably wouldn't be decent. But he'll probably take the 28 because we're in Conference League. We're obviously going to be part of all the domestic competitions. There's going to be injuries as well, so 28 is probably fair enough. 43 is just mad. So you can see, we have to get rid of what 15 players, man. 15 players we got to get rid of, and there's not much time left. We must move very quick. Although we've got rid of some of players already today. I believe Diego Moreira has gone to Strasbourg. Mason Burstow has gone to Hull City. I don't know how much their fees are. I think Moreira's fees just tad less than 2 million. Don't know the fee for Mason Burstow. And Leslie Okuchukwu has gone on loan, so we'll touch base on that. Chelsea and Strasbourg are moving forward in discussion for Petrovic on loan, but they need to convince the player. Well, I don't think this can happen because we've got Andre Santos there. Have we loaned another player to Strasbourg? Probably not. So maybe this loan can happen. But yeah, once again, we've got too many goalkeepers. We've already got Sanchez. We've already got Jorgensen. We bought another young goalkeeper who's not part of the Chelsea setup as yet. He'll come in next season. I believe he's still in Belgium with one of the teams over there. So yeah, Petrovic is surplus to requirements, and Strasbourg loan, why not? Why not? Let's do the Strasbourg loan. Now let's see what else is popping off. If there's any other latest news that's been popping off, good luck, Leslie Okuchukwu to Southampton. There you go. That's done and dusted. He's on loan. Good luck to him. We're going to try and catch some Southampton games. More than you can believe. More than you can believe. 14 minutes ago, breaking. Chelsea and Juventus tried to exchange Sterling for Chiesa, but it fell due to financial disagreements and issues. Of course, Di Marzio. I don't know, man. I don't really believe Di Marzio so much, to be honest. Has it really happened? Because why hasn't Fabrizio or Ornstein talked about this? So yeah, I'm not really sure about that. Di Marzio making up a lot of news, man. He's a bit of a fraud. This exchange was discussed yesterday. If Chelsea find a solution for Sterling somewhere else, they may come back for Chiesa. Seriously, Chiesa as well, on top of Joao Felix and Osimhen. Yeah, I don't believe it. Some optimism this evening that an agreement may be found for Gallagher and Felix and Gallagher deal. There you go. We've covered that. And yes, tomorrow in the live stream, we want to talk about some of these comments from John Obi Mikel because he's been moving mad. John Obi Mikel has been moving mad. Yeah, that's the Di Marzio one from Royston, my man. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notifications, stay in touch with all my content. Lots of live streams tomorrow. UK time today for me. And obviously the watch along for Liverpool versus, Ipswich versus Liverpool, because it is at Ipswich home. So hopefully we get to do that. Yeah. Until next time, everyone. Take care. See ya. Goodbye.